Hello everyone, Auvbri here, and welcome back to another makeover house. This was a series that started a little while back, and it has been a while since I actually did a second episode. So we're just looking at the house here as it was before I started to do anything about it. And the one thing I really took from the first episode that you guys wanted some of you guys liked the huge makeover that I did, like this extreme makeover, and some of you guys wanted to have more of the natural house in the makeover, so there would be more of the original shell and the original shape or form of the house. So I really tried to incorporate both things into this. So we start off with the house as it is, and I wanted to expand just a little bit and just add some stuff outside just to make it look really nice. So the house didn't actually look that bad, considering it is a starter home. But I really wanted to make it super modern, and having it be a family house. So I tried to incorporate that into both the outside and the inside. So the outside here, I still wanted to have like this part that was exposed brick as it was before, but I wanted to change the color because I wanted the rest of the house to be white. As I'm doing now. And I really like the idea of having this white house and then having these like grayish blue. They kind of have like this blue flare to them, which I really like, but let's just call them gray for now. So I like the idea of having this really basic white wallpaper for the outside, and then having it being accented by this raw brick on the outside on these two pillars that is there. So I created one of the pillars for the back as well. I just kind of create a little more I'm looking for a word, just to create a little bit of a more natural look and having it be a bit more playful looking when you look at it from the outside. So I actually decided to keep the flooring that we have in the house here. So right when you walk in, I really did like the flooring that was in here, so I decided to go with that. Also keep one of the wallpapers, the original wallpapers, just because I also really did enjoy how that looked. And I really liked the idea of having this grayish wallpaper, and it just worked really well with the overall flooring inside of this big room. So I opened up the kitchen a bit more. I still had the kitchen in the same space as before, but I opened it up a bit more because I wanted it to feel like a more open area than it was before. So I changed the way that the kitchen's layout is just a little bit, and I just threw in some more modern looking furniture and countertops and stuff like that. And then we're gonna accent that with some nice decorative stuff. So just throw some things on the wall, and I really did love the idea that this raw exposed stone that we use in the kitchen actually just looked so freaking awesome with the rest of the flooring and the gray wallpaper, and it was just all looking really nice. So I initially wanted those pillars to be blue, but I decided to put in some white ones instead, and then have the rest of the furniture actually accent how I wanted everything to look. So we're also going to change the one lamp that you see there to a grayish color. And that's pretty much it for the kitchen. So we're working on the dining room. Let's just call it a dining room. The dining room area now. And I wanted that to play off of the kitchen. So the kitchen has like this very modern vibe, but still has like this edgy old school vibe to it, and I wanted that to play off in the dining room as well. So we choose these really modern looking, but still edgy chairs, and this really basic table that just looks super clean looking. I really love that. And then I decided to throw something on the wall behind the table, just to kind of make it look a bit more modern and pop out. And of course, doing some side tables and stuff always helps making the room feel a bit more natural and realistic looking than it actually is. So yeah, throwing in a lot of just decorative items. And you might have noticed that I actually decided to go with the wooden flooring for the kitchen as well, and I really did think that that was the right thing to do, just because I didn't want to have like this line that here is the kitchen and here it ends and starts, and that kind of did not work well with the fact that I wanted it to be a bit more open. Something I also did, so in the original build there was like this back wall where we had like these countertop thingies, but the dining room was here and then the living room was in the other end. But I really did like the idea of having these countertops at the bottom. It's something I used to do really much when I started doing builds in The Sims 4, but I kind of got away from it, and it was really nice, and just kind of used that as a whole table for the underneath the television, and just kind of throw a lot of decorative items on there. So you might be wondering, I actually said, I can't remember if it was last video or this video, that I wanted to do a haunted house, and I'm actually still working on that. It just took so much more longer than I actually anticipated. So I did this really fast. It actually didn't take that long, like 1.5 hours to do a makeover for this build, and I think it turned out freaking awesome. But yeah, the haunted house actually took so much more time than I anticipated. So that's why I decided to do this really quick. So you guys would have something to watch, and then in the meantime I can work on the haunted house to get it finished for next week. So yeah, so one of the things is that I do believe in the old house there was these two bathrooms, but one of them was not an ensuite bathroom to the master bedroom, but I made it that way, and then the other bathroom is just kind of like the overall bathroom for the whole house. So the master bedroom here, you might see that I'm actually working with a lot of colors in this house, a lot of subtle colors. So I'm working with a lot of pastel colors and just kind of throwing different things in, like these two side tables that you saw there. They kind of just break everything up, and this rug also just break everything up in a room that would otherwise seem very boring. And it's something new that I'm trying, and I've been doing that for a little while now, and I really do think that it just looks awesome, and you just get a much better result for having your furniture and just little subtle things here and there actually break up the overall room. I also did that in the dining room space with that blue rug, just to kind of throw something in there, and it just makes things look nicer, I believe. So yeah, working on a toddler room here for a little girl. I haven't actually done any toddler rooms at all, so this was just a really nice little thing. And as I said in the beginning, this is a family home, so it just made sense to make a little toddler room. But we're actually closing into the end of this build, so I'm just working on the outside, and I really did like the way that it looked before, but I wanted it to have a bit more of a sharp look when it came to the to the flower beds outside. So before it was a bit more untamed and rough looking, and now it's just it just has like this more natural look, or more like manicured look. That was the word I was looking for. It just looks a bit more manicured and nice looking. And here I was trying to create like a little, I'm not sure, like a little wall of crawling plants, but it just, no, it was not good with those plants. So I decided to actually use the others, but I'm gonna do that as one of the very last things. I didn't want the flower beds that I'm actually doing here, I didn't want them to seem too elaborate, so they actually are all the same. And I really think that just complements the house really well, not having like all of these crazy colors, but just having one color from the yellow flowers, and just complementing that with a lot of different green plants. And I think that in the end turned out to be the best option. But we're going to jump into the screenshots here in a little bit. And yeah, just working on the last thing here. So the back, I decided to also keep that really simple, having a little barbecue, a seating area, and then a little relaxation area that I'm going to throw in as the very last thing. Just, you know, just a nice little place where you can sit and relax and have a nice time in the sun, because let's face it, this is a very gorgeous lot, and the backyard just is out to this amazing backyard thing, and it was just a no-brainer. So here we have the old house, and here we have the new house. I think it turned out really nice. And again, as I said in the beginning, I tried to keep the general skeleton and the general feel of the house the same, but still trying to make it a makeover house. And I think I accomplished that. I added something new, kept something, and it just turned out to be a very nice house. So remember, if you want to get this house, you can do that by going to the gallery and search my EA ID Auvbri, and you should be able to find every single build that I have done. Some people seem to have a problem finding it. I'm not sure how to help you. I know it works for most of you, so that's good to know. The cheats I used in this video is in the description down below, as well as the information how to find me on the gallery if you're not sure how to. And yeah, I just want to say on the last pictures here, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this build, and have a super fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time for another video. And yeah, just be sure to check out one of the other videos right there, and check out a playlist and subscribe for more content. Click the little notification subscriber bell thing to get a notification every single time I upload. But yeah, bye!